Let's get it. And Turtle. I had mentioned it a few times. These Cinderella teams, it's always heartbreaking to see them face each other down where only one story can continue on and have a chance at a happy ending. The other going to end in tears.
But with this type of pressure, James, you might be able to see a certain player step up in ways we've never seen before. That's what makes it exciting. You never know what you're going to get. And, of course, this Swiss stage for the final region in Europe has been a doozy. And this first goal from, of course, the veteran Cassio wasn't necessarily a doozy. It was a simple one, but a really well-placed one.
Yeah, Cassio there ready to clean up. Braziers, he had an open shot on net, pulled the trigger quick. And, I mean, with Cassio there to back him up, I'm sure wasn't feeling too much pressure. And that was not the most highlight reel caliber shot, but sometimes a goal, that's all you need. Now, maybe we'll see a highlight shot there. Double tap, threatened rebound. Will be cleared off the goal line by Stizzy. And we're seeing Tundra with some fantastic early pressure.
Well, and to me, that's, you know, the expertise that Cassio brings to this roster. It's not going to be anything incredibly flashy or, you know, triple flip resets out of thin air. I mean, this man is consistent. He's got the fundamentals down. He's going to win challenges, and he's going to be in the spot he needs to be in to clean up goals like that. So it might not be flashy, but it is very necessary to get this win and sneak out a dub against Aogiri.
You know, I've started to, hold on, Stizzy going for the block. It's launched down. But just talking about that no-nonsense gameplay, I've heard, you know, a new term start to be thrown around where they call it the bot play style.
Oh, yeah, we were
bot play style.
Chorby and Johnny with the Fennec. Oh.
Yeah, you know, the Daniel bot play style I've heard. And then apparently Jack saying exotic plays like a robot.
Yeah.
Now, I personally am a big fan of that terminology, and that is what Cassio brings to the table, is that extreme consistency. Doesn't need the flash and flare, just needs the effect.
Yeah. Well, and you've always got to have a player like that on your team. I think that's just as important as having somebody that could pop off, you know, similar to ways that we've seen Justin have stellar performances, or maybe Astral. You always got to have that bot in the background who's keeping things down and rock solid on defense. Here comes Dizzy. Of course, he wants something flashy. Maybe the first goal for Aogiri, but he's denied early, and big challenge wins from Tundra within the first 2 minutes.
Rizex, can he get back? Rizex can't get back in time. And Salen will shoot that one over his head. Rizex was just trying to get some boost. Got one small pad. I mean, speed flipped into the other. That's about as fast as you can get back when you're on 0 boost. So well done to Salen and Aogiri for recognizing the defense getting caught out.
Yeah, and for me, that was the least expected goal to see from Aogiri. You thought it would be something out of the box of Tundra, maybe forcing a mistake, but that was just a slower rotation in the backfield. Rizex couldn't get back in time, and here he is trying to redeem himself. We had a demo attempt from Cassio, who I do believe connected with the bump, but the shot was saved and blocked with one nice challenge. Aogiri fending off against the pressure and getting themselves back into this game after a really good start from Tundra.
Yeah, and I mean, that play from Tundra was the right idea as well. I mean, Rizex even handled that ball well on the air dribble, but Aslan navigating that bump attempt. Still, Tundra on the attack. It's back to the middle. Cassio, light shot. At least saved off to the side. Rizex, flip reset. Looking for his options. Goes for a little tip. Rebound out to Raziers. Going for the backboard. It bounces. Cassio is far out of the play.
Okay.
Tundra will pick things back up in their own half.
I was getting scared for a second there. There was another midfield shot where I'm thinking maybe the rotation is breaking down. Rizex went for a flip reset. But this is good news for Tundra. They were able to steal off and close the gap in defense and at least have somebody in the backfield. Here's another opportunity for Stizzy, who's been alone several times. Nice little air dribble past one defender, but not past the second.
And Stizzy came close to getting that bump. The air dribble bump. The Tundra to get away from it. Bit of back and forth gameplay. Tundra having more possession. Rizex trying to control it into a flip reset, and you can see the defense respected it. That gives time for Raziers to come in. Boost steal from Rizex in the corner. Cassio now looking for a pass. It's off the corner. Rizex back to Cassio. Cassio down to Raziers, and Raziers seals the deal.
the passing plays between these three players, threading the needle through the corner, through the defense. Aogiri left speechless after that team play comes out from Tundra.
Oh, Rizex and Casio making music. That was textbook passing. And now Casio heading for the backboard. It bounces out to Rizex. First touch control around one, and we'll see Sailing hit it up the side. Now the retreat is on for Tundra. Stizzy towards net, double commit. Casio and Rizex both go. Sailing will go for the boom on the backboard. It bounces down, but Raziers hammers it over to Casio, who clears it down to the Aogiri corner. Tundra, they're looking good, but there's still time on the clock for Aogiri.
Yeah, things are still scary as that third man in Tundra does rotate back. I haven't seen them be as late as they were previously, but there's this awkward space between the midfield and that third man where it looks like Aogiri could infiltrate or maybe get a solid solo play. We've seen Stizzy go for it multiple times, and he's going to need to come out clutch and huge within the last 5 seconds. Otherwise, Casio, with this flip reset, might send it down and end game one.
Nope.
That's a good bounce off.
Hold on.
Stizzy, he's still up in the air. And this ball is not going to drop down yet, and it finally will. There it is, 150-50. Ball hits the ground, and Tundra Esports, off that passing play, James, can take game one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, Turtle. That passing play was the play of the game. Play of the game. Rizex and Casio finding each other, and then also for Raziers to be out in the middle, and we better see that on this replay. The first goal, bit of a freebie there, and then you saw the response, Sailing launching it back towards net, and then this was the play, the passing. That's the tail end of it. There was even a build-up to that. You know, we saw such a good passing play make the difference in this game.
Well, just to get you some updates, if you guys want them. I don't know if you're like super invested in that.
No, I'm ready.
Anything, you know, but like I got some stuff.
I want to hear what Moist is doing right now too.
So Moist right now, we're actually still in the game one. They were a bit late to starting. It's I will tell you though, there's 2 minutes left. Sonics are up 1-0. So I mean, I don't know if that really indicates anything, but Moist is behind in that matchup.
Yeah.
BDS actually lose their first game to Williams Resolve. So they're down 1-0 right now. They just came off a loss too from EG. So yeah, BDS definitely struggling to figure out their thing as well. TL took their first one against Quadrant. Remember, Quadrant is looking to get 2 wins during the Swiss stage, qualifies. So they seem to be running into some roadblocks.
Yeah, roadblocks, they can be a nuisance, Turtle, especially during construction season. And Tundra is trying to build something nice at the expense of Aogiri.
You amaze me every time. Every time you hit me with that, and every time Stizzy comes up clutch. You know, our eyes are being blessed today, James, with some good Rocket League, some good passing. BK Sailing out, it wasn't necessarily in the corner, right behind the corner, pops it out into the midfield, and Aogiri able to get the first goal, unlike game one.
And Sailing playing a key role in that goal as well, getting it out to Stizzy, who makes an appearance.
Yeah. Well, it feels like Stizzy has been the one player who's always behind this ball when it comes to that offensive pressure. He's trying everything he can in his strategy book to throw some crazy shots. There he is again, a heat seeker towards the back of the net, but it's saved by the post.
Yeah, that constant threat. And Sailing will get actually back-to-back bumps on Rizex. Stizzy with the fake down low will pop it high. Casio dodges the bump from Stizzy. We'll hit that off to the corner. We're seeing so much possession now in favor of Aogiri. They've come out in game two, the dominant team so far.
Midfield still up for grabs for both teams. BK Sailing doesn't win that 50-50, and it's out right to Rizex. Early challenge from Stizzy, but then a bump comes through, and the paths have been opened for Tundra.
And this was recognition instantly from Rizex Raziers rather, opening up that lane for Casio. And Casio had to split the defense and hammered that shot perfectly between them. That was a surgical play there from Tundra.
And for Casio specifically, that shot doesn't look too complicated, but that accuracy has got to be perfect. There's 2 players crossing the net on both sides. Only one spot where that can go in, and Casio ends up finding his mark. An early shot from the midfield. Remember what happened in game one with those early shots for Aogiri. Got them their first goal, but the defense has been tightened up. Tundra Esports certainly on the right path, but at the end of the day, we're still all tied up.
Now Rizex trying to break that tie. Salen will lob it downfield, and Razier's in the corner, booms it straight back. Double commit. Ocelon and Stizzy both airborne. Cassio will launch it to the side over for Rizex, but Salen was there to slow that play down. Now a backward pass, low boost for Cassio. Cassio's faked it off his own elbow, and it bounces down and out. Razier's leading the fast break.
Oh, man. Stizzy shot earlier, hit the crossbar, but that was just poor accuracy. That one was an incredible save. Tundra off the back end, or the back foot, excuse me, of Cassio. Stay alive and keep things tied up.
Stizzy and beat on that 50. Ocelon. Well, now Salen upfield. Rizex a little bit awkward. Looking for his own corner. Salen, corner pass. Stizzy shot will be high and wide, but the net vulnerable there for a moment. That was not the hit back to the corner that Tundra was looking for, but they get out with no harm done. Now Razier's going for the backboard. Can't get the double. Salen will pop it up. Cassio into the air. Gonna try to pass that over.
Away. Oh, man. It just doesn't feel like Aogiri have that precision, James, that we're seeing out at Tundra. Stizzy has gone up for a couple of shots. They've got 7 shots. Stizzy with 5 to his name, only 1 goal. And the precision, the accuracy, being clinical when you get those rare chances. I just haven't seen the same thing from Aogiri, but we are still all tied up. Opportunities, very thin for Tundra, and their defense is forced to get a lot of these last-second saves.
Right now, it seems like Aogiri is playing quantity over quality.
Yeah.
And they have been getting multiple chances, and if they can clean up that quality just a bit, maybe they can snag this game too from Tundra. So far, possession heavily in their favor. But now, an opportunity for Tundra. The pass over, it looked like it was a bump attempt by Razier's. Didn't go for the Cassio pass. Now time still. Razier's getting back in the play. Demoed. Stizzy's backwards with only a third of a tank. Has help from Ocelon, but this is awkward. Now the shot from Cassio blocked by Salen. Razier's jumping up to get the flip reset. Does it? Actually, I think Wave Dash bumped Cassio. Bit of confusion now. Rizex. You saw Razier's leave that corner boost. That gave it away. Now Stizzy shot opportunity. Double tap is close. Rebound out. Rizex will clear it downfield, and Razier's going for the tip. Off the wall. Down to Rizex, who fakes one. The pop from Ocelon will get backed up by Stizzy.
This looks like Aogiri. They are hunting, preparing to get this second goal. They haven't found the execution, but they are knocking on the door, James Bott. So many shots, so many attempts off the backboard. There's a lot of space given to them too from Tundra, who are forced to go for big monster clears like this, not finding a teammate, struggling to get possession. But one opportunity might end it, and Cassio is gonna want another look at that one. That was a clear shot and couldn't find it.
Oh, that was close. That ball was smacked. Now double commit from Aogiri. Cassio doesn't get a fender on that one. If he did, that 50 would have proven invaluable after that double commit, but still, it's looking awkward. Double commit again. Rebound out. Shot.
Here's
no, it's
Rizex.
a pass. A perfect pass from Razier's to Rizex after the double commit. That is heartbreak for Aogiri.
James, about why make your life more difficult for Razier's and go for that shot when you could simply pass it into the midfield, find Rizex, and give this man the easiest look at net that they've had all game. That's exactly what happened. It unfolded perfectly, and this ball is going to bounce off the corner. Maybe we see something crazy. Miracles have happened before. But with Rizex's 50-50, nobody in position. Game 2, again, going in favor of Tundra Esports.
Tundra. What a statement that game was. They were on the back foot most of that game. We saw multiple shots from Aogiri be just off. Stizzy scored the one, almost had another. You saw the one shot that went high, banged off the crossbar. Aogiri now, after giving up that game, will have to reverse sweep to keep their Rotterdam hopes alive. And Leaf, that is a tall task.
Absolutely, and a couple tall tasks across the board here, as Heat will need a reverse sweep over Oxygen because Oxygen at match point. BDS will also have to reverse sweep because they're at match points against Williams Resolve right now. Williams Resolve about to 3-0 BDS.
What?
Yeah.
What is Europe? What is this? where have we stumbled upon? This is like some forgotten land that I've never seen, never heard of. I mean, I'm used to Europe being crazy, but I think Jorby was talking about how North America is like round one is kind of crazy, but then it gets a little bit more predictable. No, that's not happening at all today, especially in Europe. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, and also the fact that Sonics won that game one against Moist as well. They're up. Moist is up 1-0 with 30 seconds left now in game two, but like the fact that it's that close for Moist is very problematic.
Problematic. That is a word that will be fitting for a lot of team situations. And now a problematic situation for Aogiri, down 2 games. They had a good start in game 2 as well, Turtle. Right. The possession, it seemed like the adjustments came out to get him more looks, but now we're seeing him struggle again. Salen was hanging out, lurking on the backboard, and you saw Stizzy jump, but Rizex's touch made things miserable for that Aogiri defense.
Big shout out to Rizex. His touches have always been to a teammate, always found the right spot, whether it's off the backboard, getting and smacking it to an empty space, like in that situation there. Nobody was in position from Aogiri, couldn't find a touch, and it bounces perfectly to a teammate. And that's just another prime example of the difference between these two teams in this series. The setups for Tundra are always finding a teammate, always alleviating pressure and making sure that path to the net is easier. I can't say the same for Aogiri. Their setups, their touches, even this one, rolling across. There was nobody in position, not finding the execution, not finding the setup. While Aogiri might have a little bit more offense, especially in game 2, it doesn't matter if the quality isn't there, James.
You're right, Turtle. You have to be able to put the entire picture together. And it seems like Tundra is not making any hope passes. They're not launching it over saying, I hope my teammate's there. They know their teammate is there. And there's a pinch. That one forcing a bit of panic out from Salen. And now Razier's going for the 50. Hit upfield to Salen, but Cassio there first, but it's right to Stizzy. A heavy first touch from Stizzy. If Stizzy catches that, maybe would have been able to do more.
Yeah.
And now a miss from Stizzy. Stizzy launching that up off the ceiling, out of boost. This is a very bad situation for the Aogiri defense. Time being taken, but VK Salen with a massive stop there to buy time for his teammates to get some boost and get back into position.
Solid 50-50 from Rizex. Sets up Cassio. All 3 players from Aogiri are a little bit stagnant, and nobody's able to get a follow-up. Finally, Ocelon can predict the pass and know exactly where Tundra want to place this ball, but the pressure is still on. Relentless stuff from Tundra off the backboard. VK Salen in a tough and sticky situation, but nothing is stopping for Tundra. They keep it coming, James.
Wow. Almost a beautiful double tap.
Oh, now it's wide open. Nobody's back. Cassio can't get it. And Aogiri, another punishing goal. This has been the bread and butter for them, is getting these midfield shots, catching everybody from Tundra a little bit too far forward.
And I mean, you saw Raziers and Rizex both dive into the corner on that play and double commits. We've seen a few of those. Usually it's been on the side of Aogiri. Tundra not really making that mistake too many times, but they make it once there and it's punished. So well done by Aogiri to make the most out of the few mistakes that Tundra are making on defense.
Oh, Raziers, nice pre-flip. Wanted to get back into the lead as quickly as possible. Approaching the final 2 minutes of match point for Tundra. Aogiri need to find a goal, need to hold on, of course, to the lead once they acquire it. This is their last life, their last chance. And look at the major. Cassio double tap. Looking for any setup. Can't find it. Things have evened out. A lot of pressure from Tundra, but nothing answered so far.
Ocelon trying to drop it down to Stizzy. A wide open. Oh no! Respect was rotating back for a brief moment on the director game. It looked like that goal was wide open, Turtle.
Yeah, and it was also a very rushed play from Stizzy. I mean, he wasn't on director cam himself. He must have seen Rizex there, and nobody sees Rizex here in the corner because he's slotting it.
And it's Cassio. Cassio with a picture perfect pass. Salen perhaps hoping his teammate would get a 50 on that, but Rizex launches it top corner. That's about as good as you can shoot it from that position.
mean, it's weird because Aogiri, they have a lot of opportunities, right? And I can't really say the same thing about Tundra Esports. Maybe 1 or 2 good looks every other minute. But every single time they get that opportunity, they are well aware of how to take advantage of it. Aogiri can take advantage of this one. Finally, it's another situation where Tundra Esports are overextending.
Oh my
I think they
goodness.
learned their lesson, James.
How are you supposed to expect that?
What do you mean? Where's
A
the
little,
rotation?
they double commit and it hit back down into VK Salem and somehow went in.
Why are we double committing? What's going on?
The double commit worked out, so it is what it is. And now another chance. Rizex will save it out to the side. We have that 1 minute warning. Tie ball game, and this is for your chance at making it to the major. You have no room for mistakes if you're Aogiri. You must win this game.
In somewhat at your own hands. I'm sure there's a lot of things that need to go in favor of Aogiri still after they get this dub, or if they can get the dub. But this would be the right step in the right direction. Rizex might have something else to say about it. Cassio's no boost, which means the shot is going to be weak and saved by Ocelon. Pressure able to swap sides and go the other way.
And that might be the major hope kept alive. Ocelon has been lights out in those situations where it's 2v1. He's got to dodge a bump, got to dodge a demo, and make the save. Ocelon did it before, and he does it again.
Oh, Cassio off the backboard. Double tap opportunity was presented, but he's going to opt to get a better bounce, and Rizex crashed the net, ceiling down, and we get sent into another OT.
And what could be the last game for Aogiri of the fall split.
What's it going to be,
Go on.
James? Do we get another midfield shot from Aogiri? Oh, we do! It's a midfield
No, we get
pass.
an own goal, Turtle.
What? No, there's no way. There's no way this is an own goal. There's
Look.
no way. You're lying to me. You're lying to me. This ain't got a touch, right? What? Make it make sense. Make it make sense, James Bond.
Sometimes you score on your own net when you're going for a 50. And that happens. Aogiri! It's honestly fitting that it's Ocelon, because Ocelon defensively made huge stops and kept Aogiri in this game in the first place.
This is impossible to predict. You see Stizzy up for that shot. I thought he was going to get a piece of it, at least a 50-50, which is ridiculous for him to get this game-winning goal, a midfield shot after midfield shot as well. Those were the first 2 goals that went in favor of them, and then they get an own goal. Somehow they're still in it, Leaf. Are you even witnessing what's happening? This is insane.
No, I
No,
you're not.
you're not?
Didn't watch
Okay.
it all. Yeah, no, of course I am. I'm also witnessing the same thing. If you guys could have seen Talacto's face on this, he's overdoing the quadrant broadcast. They got 3-0 swept. So they're still not clinched.
A couple of tears.
Yeah, team like
wiping down
real
his face.
swept them.
Gosh.
So yeah,
Europe is on fire.
one normal expectation. Casey finally shut down Solary, and they 3-0 swept them. So that,
All right.
at least it's on there. And
There's a little bit of like normal Europe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I got you.
Well,
And not that game, Turtle, that was a head scratcher. I mean, we saw the double commit goal from VK Salem.
so
We
weird,
saw
man.
the own goal there, that redirect.
No-
Almost that one pinched in. But Aogiri,
man.
they're going to be thankful that they have another chance.
Yeah, I mean, if they take a dub, regardless of whether or not they were able to take it because of that own goal, I mean, they still were in the situation to force that awkward spot. So there is still credit to give Aogiri. And pressure has been applied, I'd say all series long. It's not like they've been flat on offense. The main thing that we talked about was quality opportunities, and when they're given space, it doesn't seem like they're willing to take the ball down to themselves, and control things. But this might be the difference. The accuracy still plaguing Aogiri.
And it was a good setup from Aogiri. You saw the demo on the goal line. Ocelon couldn't get his knee over the ball. Busy to dive in, hit downfield by Raziers. And now that pinch, not the best from Salem. will set up an attack opportunity for Tundra. 50-50 from Rizek. Salen first touch, and now a wonderful breakout from Salen.
Right.
Salen looking for Stizzy in the middle, but Raziers shuts that play down.
Ooh, and he's coming out with some mechanics from his own backboard. Got a flip reset, applying pressure. But we're back down the other way. Nobody else was able to follow up in support of Raziers, and that lovely clear. Another setup out of Aogiri. It's been back and forth, long clears, a bit of kickball as we get settled into another match point.
Salen. 50 by Casio. It's back. Ocelon. Try to lob that over for Stizzy. Stizzy beats that defender. Now going for the 50, but Rizek's playing it slow. Didn't work on Ocelon. Now VK Salen the shot. That's blocked out by Raziers, who is waiting for it in net.
Even with that one, the shot doesn't feel too threatening. Somewhat predictable. Tundra, a small little pre-jump, and they were able to get the save. Good bounce for Raziers, but now I'm seeing Aogiri look for some demos, create better opportunities. Of course, if the accuracy is not the best for them with their shots, demoing and getting physical can make things that much easier. Fizzy's up in the air looking for anything out of the corner. We've held a lot of pressure in the blue half. Tundra not as clinical when it comes to those transitions, especially when Ocelon's taking you out.
Now we're seeing the demos start to come out for Aogiri.
Yeah.
Casio in a 1v1, shut down by Ocelon. But there's a demo. Stizzy, after getting the demo, able to recover. Now we see Raziers with the demo. Shut down by Salen. Now Stizzy looking for the sideline. Aogiri, their physical play.
Yeah.
It's been giving them some chances. Tundra has been playing a lot of defense, and they're waiting for their opportunity to get that counterattack.
Oh, Stizzy, he's got some boost to get the double tap, but then couldn't find it, and Ocelon was expecting him to have it, which means he's forced to go up for a weaker air dribble, but they're able to keep possession forward. And as soon as I say that, Castillo gets a monster clear and a flip reset. Where's the challenge? It's too late, Stizzy. Last second heroics, and he keeps it all tied up. We're back down the other end. We can't stay on one side, James.
And that was a bang play. Rizix gets the save and is immediately demoed after making it. That was unreal. Rizix able to get the job done just in time. And now taking it downfield. Clear back out to the middle. Casio off the sidewall. Stizzy with the lob upfield. Rizix has full boost. Well, bang that down to the corner, forcing Aogiri to retreat.
This is just a battle of clears. Who has the stronger clear? And it feels like who's going to have one player waiting down the other side to receive these monster clears. I haven't seen one person in particular, but Stizzy, is there in the spot. Nothing too flashy. Going the other way. And a good interception. Raziers tried to end it right before getting into OT. There's still plenty of time, and by plenty of time, I mean only 10 seconds, James.
Yeah, that was scary hit there from Salen to put that out in the middle. Now a counterattack opportunity. Salen airborne, 50 from Casio. It's hit out to the side. Stizzy, will he keep this ball in play? No, he will let overtime come.
Here we go. Here we go. Nobody able to come out on top in the battle of the clears. And it looks like we're right back to that same play style, but a good passing play. We've seen what they've been able to do before. Tundra looking to thread the needle once again.
Seen Aogiri in this exact position in game 3. They were able to pull it out in overtime. Can they do it again to threaten the reverse sweep? There's the double tap pass. Double commit on the goal line. Light shot. It's light enough for Casio to get back. And Tundra stuck playing defense like they have been almost this whole game.
And this is not the situation Tundra want to find themselves in. They have been 0-4 in overtimes today. We're back in this same situation. Another overtime. And Casio tried to break that overtime curse. Couldn't find it. Back down to the defense we go.
Casio up to Raziers. Raziers with the deflection. Hit back. Casio pop up. Stizzy needs to be good with this one. Launches it out to the middle. That sets up possession now for Tundra. Raziers can't get the block. Salen Hit it downfield. Rizek's trying to control. Bails off the ball, and it's enough space for Casio to move in. Infield pass. The boom, and it's blocked again by Ocelon.
The goalkeeper of the series, Ocelon, keeping that one out. Doesn't look like there's any type of shot that can get past this man. Now maybe he can do something special on offense. Rizek doesn't get the best touch, but Casio can bail him out. And we are back all the way to the other side. Tundra Esports, they get a chance and then they're forced to deny a chance against Aogiri.
Gonna have to work their way out of this jam though. Tundra gearing up, shot right at net, will easily be saved by Ocelon, but Ocelon has to boom it back out.
Oh, what a
Rizek,
touch!
the touch back to Raziers. Raziers looking for the double tap. It's going to bounce hard off the ground. Potentially a flip reset. No, goes into an air dribble. Air dribble 50. Bounced off the ground and off the crossbar. Rebound off the crossbar as well. Tundra can't close it out just yet.
They can't buy a goal at this point. No matter the price, no matter what it takes, that crossbar, it's playing full effect. The defense has never been so rock solid for Aogiri. Now the offense looking for a physical bump, might be able to find it. Dizzy, good control, keeps it to himself over one player on the backboard, gets the demo instead. We are getting action left and right, but not one team has been able to find that final nail, that final dagger that can end this OT.
Oh, and that was risky from Stizzy. Still not out of danger yet. Casio threatening the double tap, but Ocelon there first. The amount of pressure Aogiri must feel in this moment. Their entire fall split leading to this overtime. Their season could end here with a chance at Rotterdam flying out the window.
One mistake and you can say goodbye to Rotterdam. One mistake from Tundra though, and we're going the distance in this series, and the pressure, it's increased. Casio looking for anything off the ceiling. He had his flip, but now instead he's gonna go for a demo. Things have slowed down just a little bit. And that one is, of course, gonna get saved by Casio. He's not letting something so simple drop in front of his net.
But you could see the opportunity now that it feels
that's it. That's gotta be it.
It's good. Ocelon, who's been saving it all game, all series, could not get back to this one. And Tundra, they fend off Aogiri, and their chances at Rotterdam are still alive.
And they fend them off through the pillar of their offense that is Casio, finding and connecting with that pass, the top right corner. He could have gone for a backboard touch, a shot himself, but he knew where his teammates were. He had the vision, and he had what it took to execute well. Tundra Esports coming out clutch. No game 5 given.
Yeah, that was a battle. Aogiri, they left it all out there on the field, and honestly, you know, they still, I think, surprised quite a few people this fall split, even though their split comes to an end. They made a mark, but their journey ends here, Leaf.
It does indeed, but Tundra's carries on. That puts them at 15 points, putting them into a 3-way tie, actually, for 5th place at 15 points. This, I'll tell you why that's a 3-way tie right now. EG just got their win over Vitality, 3-1, which puts them at 15. And then you also have